Hey everybody, what's going on? Pizza Minetti here, and I see my camera has already messed up. Wonderful, so give me 1 second. Let me get that fixed. 1 second, guys, and we will jump right in, I promise you. I got this faulty wire on this webcam. Typically, I don't use that, but there he is. There we go. All right, so we'll give it some time for everybody to join as I got on a little bit early. And we will go from there. Camera. All right, cool. Let me go ahead and share this baby out, and we will jump in. So 1 second, guys. Delicious throat tea today, because I got a feeling, not right now. I don't think I'm gonna yell a lot right now, but there may be times and indications where Pete might have to scream a little bit, right? So you never know. Let me check something. And then, guys, if you don't mind, you guys know I always share, and I always ask you guys to share. So please go ahead and do that. We'll probably get started fully at about 1:10. We'll get started fully at about 1:10, and we'll jump right into some things. We'll talk about a couple of different things today. And, yeah, we'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, really. And, yeah, you guys saw the thumbnail, so we're going to talk about our friend Willson Contreras. No doubt about it. Going to talk about good old Willson Contreras. We're going to talk about the Yankees not doing a lot. Kevin, don't get in trouble at work watching Pete. Don't get in trouble at work watching Pete. But by all means, if you can, do it. If you can do it, do it. I gotta be more excited than work. I gotta be more excited than work, fam. So if you can do it, do it. It's what I always say. Let's see. Let me go ahead and share this out. So, guys, give me one moment. Retweet that baby. Quote tweet. Live now. All right. Let me paste that. Boom. There we go. All right. And again, I said at 1:10 we'll start. So we got about 2 minutes still. Got about 2 minutes still in here. Get everybody up in this thing. Longhart Shepherd is also watching from work. Man. Thank you. I can have you guys watch from work. Thomas says, great show, Pete. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And Daniel watches while he drives. I've done that before. I can't deny that. I have definitely done that before myself. Hey, Kevin's a truck driver. He don't care. He's all right. Next stop is at 2. My goodness. All right. So go ahead. You perfect timing to have me on here for a little bit. Guys, again, I don't know if this is going to be an extremely long live chat with you guys. I did want to talk about Willson Contreras, and I know, anything could break at any minute, and maybe a trade or something will go down. And I said, you know what? Let me just go ahead and go live. I got some things to do in the afternoon, so I may be a little tied up. So let me go ahead and get a live chat in today because, one, I enjoy them, and I know you guys enjoy them. Well, I hope you do. I believe you guys do. And we'll go from there. I see a lot of people talking about the FIP-U. FIP-U, that might be a t-shirt at some point. Ruben, man, I appreciate it, fam. What's up, Pete? Get the likes up, people. Ruben, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Bad Dog, I'll see you tomorrow, Bad Dog. Bring your ranting shoes, Bad Dog. The Italian's going to come out tomorrow out of both of us. It's going to be an Italian overload tomorrow when I get on there with Bad Dog, all right? I don't know if everyone's going to be able to handle the Italianness that is going to come out. I don't know if people are going to be able to handle it. Well, let me say this. I probably will go live tonight, because the non-tender stuff is going to happen. And there's a slight possibility that you're going to see guys like Gary Sanchez, Voit, and Andujar probably get tendered a contract because you could potentially trade them. But I want to talk about Gary Sanchez today, but not mainly Gary Sanchez. I want to talk about replacement. And one big one who makes a lot of sense now because Yan Gomes just signed a deal with the Chicago Cubs. And if you guys have watched my channel for a while, you'll know I've actually talked about the idea of potentially Willson Contreras. I'll be on. My number one guy was Jacob Stallings. Jacob Stallings is gone. I want Gary off this team. Simple as that. Yankees need a defensive-minded catcher. Simple as that. That's what they need behind the plate. Gary is not it. We know that. Gary's not it. He's not going to become it. He's not going to wake up one off season. I see people already putting out pictures. Look at Gary working on his balance. Guys, Gary works hard. He showed he's worked out. We always see the same videos of Gary working out. All right, cool, whatever. He's not a good defensive catcher. The Yankees are in trouble when we get together. You better believe it, bad dog. We're not like all these other guys out there who want to, slap butt. They want to slap butt of Cashman and go, everything's okay, guys. Don't worry. It's only November. I saw one Yankee guy, I'm not going to mention names, tell his fans to shut the F up. And he's much more popular than Pete is. I would never tell you guys to shut the F up. Ever. Maybe one of you one individual, if their talk is stupid. But I might do it one individual. I was kind of shocked. A friend of mine sent me a clip and I said, whoa. Imagine telling your Yankee fans and people that support you to shut the F up because they're upset the Yankees haven't done anything. Wow. I was kind of blown back by that one. We got the hot Simonetti sauce in here. I don't know what the hell that is. My God. I got a feeling if it's the same dude on Twitter, take it easy with that stuff, my man. Take it easy. Simonetti likes the ladies. All right, take it easy. Come on. Contreras will call some guys Mo. What is going on, Mo? Matter of fact, I didn't do my attendance. Somebody said roll call? I didn't do attendance today. I got to go back and do attendance. We got Big Blue in the Bronx. We got Angelo. We got Tyler. We got Anthony. We got Tib. We got Ken. We got Long R. Shepherd, Ra, Kevin, Che, Jesus King Chavez. We got Chris. We got Kevin. We got Thomas. We got Daniel. We got Philo, Bobby, Six, Joe, Dale, Ruben, Bad Dog, Lewis, Jay, Guy, Jason, some good-looking Simonetti sauce guy. We got everybody. We got Daniel in here. We got a whole crew. We got Jay Garcia in here. We got Mo. We got Mo. No Larry and Curly. We got Perry. We got Felix. We got Joel. We got Brian. Everybody up in here, man. I'm pumped. Anyway, let's get into it. So, hi from Ireland. Pat Franks. We got Pat Franks in here. Pat Franks from Ireland. God bless Ireland, my friend. Thank you, Pat Franks, for being in here. Thank you. So Willson Contreras. The Chicago Cubs picked up Yan Gomes today. Contreras puts out a tweet of a plane. He puts out a tweet of a plane. Contreras is like, fam, I'm out. Just FYI, in case you guys didn't fully know, I'm out. I'm gone. That's it. The plane is taking off, and we're going to land in a new spot. Immediately upon this news, a lot of Yankee fans jumped up and down. Hey, man, Pete, Yankees got to go out there and get Contreras, right? I mean, it's almost too logical. Ozzie Guillen Jr. talked about it. Me and him talked about it privately. It just makes all the sense in the world that the Yankees would go out there and make a trade for Willson Contreras. Now, again, the Yankees leadership, based off what I hear, are very torn when it comes to Gary Sanchez. You got some people in the Yankees leadership that want Gary Sanchez released, outright released. They don't even care if they want him outright released. Jason. Guys, sometimes when I talk, I don't pay attention to the comments. But my man Jason said, don't pat your Franks while watching. My man Jason said, don't pat your Franks while watching. Don't do a Jeffrey Toobin from CNN, okay? Don't be doing that mess while you on here with me. We gonna have issues. You will be banned for that, all right? I don't ban people that quickly. You will be banned for that. Bro, why'd you have to get me off my... I'm easy to distract, fam. I'm easy to distract. Why you had to do that? Brian says, isn't he Gary 2.0? Look, anything over Gary is an increase. And on top of that, no, he's better than Gary Sanchez. He's better than Gary Sanchez. I trust me, I've seen this argument already. I've seen it, guys. Willson Contreras, and now stay with me, so I'm actually not going to look at... I'm not going to be looking at the chat right now because I'm actually going to be pulling up. Let me pull up some stats for you guys real quick. But I know I've seen that before with people saying, but isn't he just Gary Sanchez? No. Willson Contreras is not Gary Sanchez, guys. He's much better than Gary Sanchez. Stop it. Just even 2021 alone will tell you everything you need to know. Willson Contreras had 413 at-bats. Gary Sanchez had 383. All right, I'm going to put some of these smaller things here together for you guys, and we'll go from there. Gary Sanchez had 23 homers. Willson Contreras had 21. Gary Sanchez batted 204. Willson Contreras batted 237. Gary Sanchez had 54 RBIs. Willson Contreras had 57. Gary Sanchez had no stolen bases. Willson had 5. I don't know. That's just something fun to talk about. Gary Sanchez's on-base percentage is 307. Willson Contreras was 340. Gary Sanchez slugging was 423. Willson Contreras was 438. Gary Sanchez's OPS was 730. Willson Contreras was 778. So upper echelon, getting closer to 800, which means you're a very good ball player. And also, Gary Sanchez's WAR, which really destroys him because his defense is so bad, 0.7. Willson Contreras coming in at 4.1. So he is definitely a significant upgrade. He's a significant upgrade over Gary Sanchez, guys. He's an absolute significant uptrade over Gary Sanchez. As Ruben just says with the super chat, Ruben, thank you so much. And I do get notified when a super chat comes in, as you guys can see on the screen, so I could jump back to that pretty quickly. This is not 2016 Sanchez, guys. We're talking about Gary Sanchez of last year, in the last couple of years. Willson Contreras then on the defensive side shows a positive. So slightly better than average, not below average as Gary Sanchez is. If you look at Gary Sanchez's defense overall, he's negative basically across the board. He's negative across the board in his career, and in last year he was arguably his worst in the major leagues, negative-wise. First year, actually, in 2016, didn't play as much, but was pretty good. I mean, comparable to 316 innings in 2016, 316 innings, and I'll just match up a year where he kind of did the same thing. 316 innings in 2016 as a catcher, 321 innings as a catcher in 2020. Across the board, as a catcher in 2016, when he was 23, he was positive across the board. He was above average. Defensively, he rated above average. 2020, in the same amount of time, 4 years difference, when you would expect a catcher to improve in that position, he was negative across the board, so well below average. Last year, he was also well below average. Pull up Willson Contreras for last year. We can look at some of his worst years, too. And he actually plays some third base, plays some first, plays some outfield also, but not good in any of those positions. You want to see him as a catcher. As a catcher, just last year alone, he was positive across the board. So he's an above-average defensive catcher. Overall in his career, he's positive also across the board. So he's an above-average catcher overall across the board. Now, I know one of the things fans are going to be looking at and wanted to talk about, of course, is going to be when it comes to Gary Sanchez, why? You know, what change here? What would Willson Contreras bring to the team? Willson Contreras would catch Garrett Cole, and that wouldn't be an issue. Willson Contreras will catch guys on the staff, and it will not be an issue. That, to me, is a major, major difference. That's a major difference. You need, and look, again, could this have been mended with leadership by Aaron Boone? I believe it could have been. Because I talked about this, not when it first started, and Garrett Cole was like, I'm much more comfortable with Higashioka. I would have flat out said, hey, look, I understand that, and I get it. I get you have a preference. We're trying something with Gary Sanchez. We need this guy to be who we think he could be, and maybe you supporting that, working with him a little more, hashing out whatever issue it is, Let's have you guys go do that first, and let's figure this thing out together. If that didn't work, then hey, you just gave Garrett Cole $340 million or whatever the hell the deal was. Gary got to go. If Gary can't start a game one, you got to upgrade that catcher. Higashioka's not the guy. Willson Contreras will be the guy. If I'm the Cubs, would I ask for a Gary Sanchez back? Yeah, I would, because if the DH is there, Gary Sanchez might have a really good start. You might be able to trade him for a lot, especially if you're rebuilding. Or they might want to keep him. Believe it or not, there's teams that would like Gary Sanchez, especially if the DH is in the new CBA ruling in the National League, which everybody expects it to be. A lot of teams would actually want Gary Sanchez, believe it or not. So when you look at that, if you're the Cubs, maybe a Domingo Germán, maybe a mid-level prospect, maybe Gary Sanchez. And if you take Gary Sanchez out of the equation, maybe you add two good prospects in there with a Domingo Germán. I don't think it's going to cost a ton to get Willson Contreras. I don't think it's going to cost a ton to get him. But I tell you what, after they signed Yan Gomes to the deal they signed him to, Contreras is gone. And he is a fiery type of guy. He's not what we've seen from the Yankees. He might put a little fire in them. He's a better version of what Odor was trying to be. Irish people love the source. Hey, I love the Irish folk myself. The Irish and the Italians have a very long history. Very long history. Not all of it cute. But with me and you, Pat Franks, there's love. Nothing but love, Patty Franks. Nothing but love. When Contreras was a rookie, he let it be known he wasn't going to pull up with any rookie hazing bullshit because he was there from day one. Guy is captain material. I love that. I've actually heard a lot of stories about him. Ever since I wrote that, I've actually had some Cubs fans reach out to me and talk about him, and they said they absolutely love the guy, so it'll be interesting. I did tweet something that I want to talk about. Let me pull that tweet up so you guys could know, and then I can make sure I'm reading word for word the exact tweet. Thank you guys also, too, who shared the video so far. I really appreciate that. We got almost 300 people in here. Let's get those likes up, guys, if you do not mind. I'd appreciate it. But let's go back to my tweet earlier. This is a much more calm 780 today. I feel much more calm. There's a calming among me. I'm not sure what it is, but there's a calming among me. And, man, I tell you. All right, here we go. I said, oh, no, that's another one. I'll talk about that one, too. Matter of fact, let me read this one to you guys real quick because I see a lot of Yankee fans do this. Let me talk about this first. This is when nothing is scripted. So, guys, I promise you one thing for NY News. You'll always get us. You're never going to get a scripted us. You're never going to find a bullshit me. Yeah, I tell you, I was going to talk about a tweet, but then I saw something else that caught my attention. Now I want to talk about that first. Okay? Let me talk about that first before I get angry, because I might get angry now. Here's a tweet I wrote because I saw so many Yankee fans talk about, we've been winning for 40 years. 40 years we only missed the playoffs a couple of times. What do you guys want? Why can't you just be nice to little old Hank? And I'm Hank. God bless your soul, Hank, not you, your brother. Your nasty brother. Hal Steinbrenner. Why can't you guys just be nice to them? We're always going into the playoffs. Isn't that enough for you? No! It's not enough for me. I think there's got to be the young folk. I love the young folk, but I think it's the young folk. I think it's the young folks. I do. I think it's the young people. I don't think it's the people that saw the dynasty years. I don't think it's the people that lived under George. I think it's the young folks. Here's what I wrote. I couldn't care less if the Yankees had 400 straight winning seasons. It's World Series or take a nap. It's major improvement over mediocrity. This team with the prospect capital and the money it has should never, ever sit back and watch the field take over. Never. Unfortunately, in today's time, in today's world, this is okay. Unfortunately, in the world we're living in now, this is okay. We just need to be decent enough to get in. And if it's up to Manfred, with these new rules he's trying to put in, every damn team in baseball is going to make the playoffs, so who gives a shit? Playoffs? And they're all going to make it, so who cares? Who gives a poop? You're in the playoffs. Orioles, what's your payroll? $22 million? You're in the playoffs. Who cares? You're in the playoffs. Come on in. Everybody wants to make the playoffs, but nobody wants to pay the big bucks. And now the Yankees don't necessarily want to pay the big bucks either. That's my issue. Not even the Yankees want to go out there and do. So it just cracks me up when fans are talking about this. Guys, look. And again, there's a reason why Yankee fans get upset when a guy like Max Scherzer goes to the Mets, when a guy like Robbie Ray goes to Seattle. Seattle? You lost to Seattle? What year? Wait, what happened? See, I get hot about it. I was zen the whole day. Now you guys got to let my blood pressure go up again. But this is the thing, folks. That's what I'm trying to. It gotta be the young folks. And I got nothing against them because there's young cats on my team that know what the hell they're talking about. It's Yankee tradition to win a World Series. Yes, I know there were bad Yankee teams, and I understand that. But the circumstances are very, very different now. You should not root just for your club to go in the playoffs. The Yankees should go in there not being mediocre. The Yankees should never lose a player to the field that improves their club. Can they sign everybody? No. Guys, we just lost the greatest K-9 record in history. The most K-9s in baseball history. Robbie Ray to Seattle for $23 million. $23 million, fam. This is what Yankee fans get mad. And then you got some big Yankee people. Oh, shut the F up. I'm going to mute my chat. Shut up. What? Why should the Yankee fans shut up for? Because they're upset? I will never tell Yankee fans to shut up. Matter of fact, Yankee fans, you need to be louder. Up the volume. Be louder. Don't let the talking heads tell you to shut up. Oh, it's only November. No. See, that's only your mother. Shut up. Let her shut up. Let you shut up. Don't tell other Yankee fans to shut up. Especially when you're making money from them. Don't tell Yankee fans to shut up, talking like a tough guy. Don't do that nonsense. Yankee fans, get louder. Be louder. Be upset. You have every right to be upset. Because without you, Hal isn't cutting no checks. Without you, the Yankees aren't the Yankees. Without us, there is no Yankees. Okay? So I'm not muting no box. I'm not telling you guys to shut the F up. Ever. If I ever announced a big deal and it was wrong, I'll come on here and tell you guys I was wrong and let you beat the shit out of me. I ain't never going to tell you to shut the F up. What kind of nonsense is that? What kind of female little girl stuff is that? Your panties are hurt? Panties are tied up a little too tight there, baby? Huh? That what bothers you? Can't the Yankee fans need to shut the F up? Got some balls. Got some balls. Keep talking. Keep talking. Keep being louder, Yankee fans. Louder, as loud as you can. You got every right. When you go to the stadium, it's like taking your kids and your family, even yourself, on a vacation. You have every right to demand. My boy sent me a text the other day. He has season tickets. The Yankees hit him up. He told them flat out, I do not renew unless you guys make moves. The guy goes, well, I expect us to make some moves, and that's the way it goes. Why should I come see you? Why should I come see you for? You got every right as a fan. And I didn't even look to harp on this today. But you got every right as a fan to speak up as loud as you want. You have every right as a fan to call the Yankees out on their bullshit, because that's what it is. I talked about it in yesterday's live, so I'm not going to go over it again. But you got every right in the world to be pissed off and be as loud as you want. Every right in the world. Go do it. Go do it. Be louder. As a matter of fact, you're not loud enough. Be louder. Be louder. Okay? Be louder. So, speaking back to where we were, let's get back to business here. Couple of things I heard today, and where's that tweet? Here goes the tweet that I wanted to talk about. The other one threw me off because there's so many Yankee fans saying stuff like that about other Yankee fans. Let it be. Let them do what they want. Yankee fans are right to be mad. I said I'll be live around 12. Obviously, I was live a little after that. Hearing Yankees looking mainly at potential trade partners right now. And that is correct. That is correct. This is the Joker's origin story. Okay. All right. You're going to see me start screaming around any second. But no, my understanding is, and I got that message this morning, was that the Yankees are looking at different type of trades. So, L.I. Yankee King, thank you, man. Pete, you know I'm the loudest Yankee fan. Yes, you are, with some of the worst opinions in the world. But I love you. I do. L.I., I love you. You know I do, fam. It's all fun. I've had you on the show before. I've messed around, joked around with you. It's all fun, and you know that. You know that. Even with your opinions that we disagree with. Never told you to get off the show and never come back. Never banned you. Never did none of that. You know, I don't do stuff like that. Let me see. No, what I was saying is I was told that there's potential trade partners out there. I don't know about the Cubs, but my understanding is that could be the market where you see the Yankees go for more. We know that the shortstop of Texas, anybody know how to pronounce his name? Falefa? Ian Kanapadas, something like that. I don't want to mess up last names, but yeah, your boy Simonetti. I get Simonettos. I get a lot of real. So Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, IKF. A lot of the Yankees are interested in IKF. IKF is who the Yankees are interested in. So he is a shortstop, very good defensively. Actually had a pretty good offensive season too. So again, you look at his numbers across the board, 3.7 WAR, 172 hits and 635 at-bats, hit 271, 8 homers, not a lot of power. Did steal 20 bases, on-base percentage 312, so you will like to see maybe that go up a little bit, as it has not yet. You want to see a little more range there in that. And then also, of course, his OPS is only 670. So there's not a lot of pop being added with him. There's not a lot of power being added for IKF. But the Yankees are interested in him. And guys, going back to what I said very early on in this offseason, I was actually, somebody said waffles. I was actually very surprised when I was told the Yankees will not go for a major contract. I expected him to do it this offseason. I thought this was the year to do it. And with the shortstops available, man, it's kind of hard to sit there and settle for something small. And We know Olsen is still on the table. I still think that's the route the Yankees end up going. I really do. I think Olsen is going to be the route the Yankees eventually end up going to. I don't know when that will be, but I do believe that is going to be the route that the Yankees take. I could definitely see that happening. It just makes a lot of sense. It's the same thing with Contreras. It makes a lot of sense. Willson Contreras makes a ton of sense for the Yankees. Whether you think he's not a significant enough upgrade defensively, that's okay. That's okay. But he's an upgrade over Gary Sanchez. And let's be honest, he's a much better defensive catcher than Gary Sanchez. I don't know if there is a worse defensive catcher than Gary Sanchez. You know what I mean? So we got to see it for what it is. The Yankees are probably going to be going out there and looking for trades because they're not looking to add a ton to the payroll. And that's obvious at this point. Now, some people are saying, I don't know who said it, I think it was one of the reporters said it, that the Yankees may wait till the CBA is done to see what that luxury tax is. But guys, Hal Steinbrenner has already voted to lower the luxury tax. So what makes you think that it says, all right, it goes up to this amount, 235, 240, or whatever it is, and Hal Steinbrenner is going to sit back and go, all right, well, we'll increase. My man voted for, guys, he took an action. He didn't say, forget his fake ass words because they're always fake. He didn't say he wanted it lowered. Your boy voted to lower it. All right? He took the action to lower the CBA. He actually took an action to lower it, not the CBA, the luxury tax. Who in the hell said make Gary Sanchez a third baseman? Who said that? Who said that? Make Gary Sanchez a third baseman? Who wants to make Gary Sanchez a third baseman? Oh my God. I've heard of some out of the box thoughts, but my God, that's really out of the box. That is really out of the box. Gary Sanchez, I'd rather be the bad boy. Let's be real, the ball boy. Come on. Gary Sanchez at third base? There needs to be whiskey in this thing. Forget tea. I need whiskey in here at this point. Man, oh man. Anthony, my good friend, thank you so much, fams. That just pops up on the screen. Hey, Pete, how you doing? I am doing wonderful, Anthony. Thank you for asking. In your opinion, do you think Yankees would trade from strength from their BP just to probably dump salary? Yeah, they've done it before. And it's funny. You ready for this one? Oh, God, you ready? It's going to be some of the same story I said last time, but I got to say it again. Because I'm going to, let's make it make sense here. Hal Steinbrenner said in the GM meetings, you could ask Brian Cashman. I told him you go out there and you get Gallo at all costs. I don't care if Joey Gallo puts us over the luxury tax. We will do it because we're the Yankees. I'm Little Stein. Damn it. I'll do it. Okay? At the deadline, you get ready for this. Brian Cashman did exactly what you said in your super chat, Anthony. Would the Yankees trade from a strength to BP just a salary dump? They did that at the deadline with Luis Cessa. They did it with Luis Cessa. They traded Luis Cessa to also get rid of Wilson's contract. And then what did they do with Gallo? What did they do with Gallo? They gave up additional prospects, so Texas covers everything. So it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit out of this guy's mouth. But yes, they would do that because they did it before. They did it before. Miguel Batista, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you for the super chat. Hale might be afraid of another COVID lockdown. I think Hale's more afraid of losing out on another yacht than a lockdown. I don't think there'll be another lockdown. And I think if there is another lockdown, I think we're just crazy at this point. I think we're just all losing our damn minds at this point, to be real. We have things to cover COVID now. We got things that work. We got, vaccines. We got therapeutics. We got monoclonal antibodies. That's not a vaccine, but it cures you pretty quickly. Just take a look at Florida. I've known people who've gone through the treatment. So, I don't know. I don't think that would really have anything to do with it, to be honest with you. I think lockdowns at this point, to me, would just be insane. I'm not the president. You know what I mean? I can't make these decisions. But I just think lockdowns would be absolutely insane at this moment. I think we have too much. We understand COVID too much now. We got protocols in place. Again, we got vaccines. We got therapeutics. We got this. We got that. We got vitamin C. Nobody wants to talk about health, but, get in shape. Get natural immunity. We have natural immunity that nobody wants to talk about either. But I also don't want to be banned, so I'm going to stop right now. Because I don't want to be banned by YouTube for misinformation when everything I'm saying is 100% true. But let me not get banned here. Tyler Talbot says, Tyler, thank you so much, my friend. If the Yankees make a big signing, I see being Story. I could see Story also. Look, I'll say this. I'll say this just to be 100% honest with everybody. I would fall out this damn chair if the Yankees sign a guy like Correa. I would fall off my chair if the Yankees sign a guy like Carlos Correa because I just don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. Yeah, the only stoppage that there'll be is because of the CBA. That's the only stoppage there'll be. Jim Bowden's the worst. So, Mo, I'm going to read this to you, and I'm not knocking Jim Bowden for that, but let me read this one to you. The Athletics' Jim Bowden created a trade proposal for New York in acquiring Contreras. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Alberto, thank you so much for subscribing. I'm making that thing a little bigger up there so I can actually read it and see it. I don't have the best eyesight in the world, guys. Let me make it a little bigger. Maybe I can see, and I could announce the new subscribers and thank them for subscribing. I think that's only fair. He says, for Contreras, with sending prospects Davy Garcia and Yoendry Gomez, along with Sanchez in Chicago. I would do that deal in a heartbeat. I would do that deal right now, ASAP, and the Yankees should. I think that's the thing that's bothering a lot of Yankee fans. It's not that for you people who want to tell fans to shut the F up. It's not about fans saying we need to go sign all these top free agents immediately, because there's decisions in that. Trades are trades. You just do it. You just do it. You just do it. Sorry, guys. I'm just responding to something real quick. You just go out there and do it. You just go out there and do it. And yeah, that's a deal right there I would do 10 times out of 10. I would do that one 100 times out of 100. I think you would be out your mind not to want to make that trade. That's a great trade. The worst person you're losing in that deal is Gomez. Yoendry Gomez is a talented guy. I don't know if it would take that to do it, but I think you should. You know what I mean? I think you do that one. I definitely think you make that trade. So thank you for sending that one my way. I appreciate it. And on the trade front, like I was saying before, I think Olsen still makes too much sense. So look, again, I always say it, but I want to throw it out there. I know it sounds like it's repeating. I know it sounds like I'm repeating myself. But it's almost hard to lose. You almost want to lose this offseason. Suburban home, I think it says. God, I can't see. I'm about to change I'll change the coloring of those fonts and I'll be able to read it better. Wow, thank you. More subscribers. I appreciate you guys. But when it comes to Olsen, I think that just makes too much sense. But the Yankees have so much where it's almost hard. It's almost like you'd want to fail. It's almost like you would want to fail this offseason to not make a good offseason. I've said it before. You can have point 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E, 1F. And the list could go on and on and on and on and on and on. The Yankees could have a very, very productive offseason without even doing a free agent signing. If you trade for Contreras, if you trade for Olsen and Manaea, and if you trade for a shortstop. Mike, I like him too. Out of all the offers that are out there, I like him too. I do. I don't mind IKF. I don't mind IKF. I wouldn't mind it. So my thing is, if you could add Contreras, if you could add Olsen, if you could add Manaea, if you could add IKF, and then you decide, let me play some of these young guys. Maybe you add a Jonathan VR. That's your free agent guy. Plays all over the place. Plays it well. Gio gets hurt. VR could play third. He could play different positions. Then you could have a Florial on the bench. Then you could have an Oswaldo Cabrera available. You got Higgy already there. But look, everybody knows how much I like Brett Gardner. I've always liked Brett Gardner. I think he's a terrific model for this team. He's been there and done that. You can't shit on that. He always plays hard. Yes, he's older. Yes, he's not as good as he was. But give Florial that position. Unless you trade Florial, give him that position. I did see somebody, actually my good friend Tyler said, he mentioned that to me about thinking outside the box. Would Matt Chapman be a decent signing to play shortstop? I don't know how much experience Matt Chapman has at shortstop, but there's some, and again, I'll be honest, I know he's great glove at third. I haven't watched Matt Chapman enough. I know he's an athletic guy. He's not a big guy. Well, what I mean by big is heavy and husky. He's more athletic built. Has he ever played short before? Let's take a look and let's find out. He has played shortstop. Last year he played 4 innings, 6 innings in 2020. So nothing really significant. And actually, just in, and this is going to sound stupid, in the 10 innings he's played, he's shown as above average. He's shown as a little below average, actually. Pretty below average. But that's a very, very small sample size to base anything off of. So I don't know if that's something the Yankees would consider doing. I'm kind of tired of guys out of positions. Kind of tired of that. Yeah, Jonathan VR is a good ball player. I like Jonathan VR. I think he can make a lot of sense for the Yankees. But they can do the things like that make this ball club better. So I know, and guys, trust me, as much as you guys want a super sexy offseason, I do too. I wanted Story. I wanted Robbie Ray. I wanted a new center fielder. I wanted Stallings. What are we going to do now? You know what I mean? As a fan base, all we can do is hope that a channel like NYY News and what I'm looking to build in January continues to grow. Because we are not scared to put the target on the Yankees' back. We're not scared to call out the bullshit. You need more people that do that. You need more people to do that. Gilbert Medina, I got your message. I see it. Jim Bowden, I think, has been wrong all offseason. Not saying he won't be wrong here, but it's not hard to say. I think they'll get one of them. Yeah, I think they'll get one of them. I think Gary Sanchez will have a big plate of mango today when he gets home. I think that's. I also think that he might have a Subway sandwich. What the hell do I know? But be very, very careful when spamming the chat box. Very, very careful. Okay? Gardner, Let me see what this says here. Resting. That's part of your name. I don't know. Rizzo plus Gardner. Sign Simmons. Let's field the most unathletic team possible. You had me for a second because I'm like, all right, what's he saying? My man said, let's have the most unathletic team of all time. They kind of had it last year. Thoughts on Matt Boyd if he gets non-tendered? If we add another pitcher too, I wouldn't mind having Matt Boyd at the back of the rotation. If we add somebody else, if he's going to be the big addition, I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not. He only threw about 78 innings this year, 15 games started. He was decent. Matt Boyd, one thing Matt Boyd does pretty well is he has decent strikeout numbers. He usually has pretty decent strikeout numbers. His velocity has gone down a bit. Never been really big in velocity. But had a couple of those years when he was terrific with strikeout numbers. But again, also gives up a lot of home runs. And coming to Yankee Stadium, I don't know how good that recipe is going to work. So, we'll see. Luis Castillo's it's gonna cost a lot to get Luis Castillo. It'll cost a lot to get him. I rather Rodon. Yeah, if I get one of those guys, give me Rodon instead. Just because I know he's always hurt, but his upside is absolutely terrific. His upside is terrific. Matter of fact, guys, while I got you here, let me see if I could change. The font or just the color of the font so I can see that better. Stay with me, guys. I'm going to stay on for a little bit longer here. What time we got? A little bit after 2 probably. I'll stay on today. So if you guys don't mind sticking with me for one moment. I think it's red right now. Let me see if I could turn it to a white. Let's try white. Maybe I can see it with the background a little better. Save setting. All right, if somebody subs, and I'm always doing like little tutorials for you guys here. If somebody subs, we'll see it again. But let's do this. Let's just do a test. Oh, what the hell? It didn't update for me. What are they breaking my balls here? Oh, that was super chat. That's why, Pete. Let's try it with. Let's try this real quick. And guys, if you got questions in that chat box, I'll see it any second. Oh, let me try this one more time. Test subscriber now. Are they messing with me? Why are they messing with me for, fam? Maybe I can't do it while I'm already on. Anyway, no big deal. We'll see if it does it again. See if it makes sense. But let's see what we got here. Black also helps. Okay, maybe we could do. Yeah, black might be good. You're right. Got the honey buns in the chat today. Honey buns, how you doing? Babes? That's the babes over there. Sports Talker, my good friend, says if Matthew Boyd is signed to the Yankees, and Cashman needs to take advantage of Domingo Germán's trade value. I definitely agree with that one. Can't you trade Gallo? There was some rumors about teams asking about Joey Gallo. I don't know how serious those conversations ever got. I don't know how serious the conversations got. Say we sign Correa and trade Glaber. Do you think Peraza could play second and let DJ play as the utility guy? Your best lineup is DJ LeMahieu at second base. And I've said that so many times in a row. Oh, there we go. Now it actually shows on there. But you know what? I think that looks good for now. Well, I'll play around with it when I got more time. That looks pretty good for now. What were we talking? Peraza is the thing about Oswald Peraza. And again, I'll answer your question instead of saying just DJ LeMahieu should play second base, which he should. But Oswald Peraza can play second base. He's probably the best defensive shortstop the Yankees have in their system. He's that good. Nelly says, Pete, why don't you do a live at 161 River Ave? I don't mind. I think we've talked about that before. You just got to message me. I'm so damn busy. Or set it up. It's hard for me to reach out. I actually reached out to Bad Dog recently about it, but we also took a very long time to reach out because Bad Dog's busy with what he does, and I'm fairly busy also. L.I. Yankee King with the super chat again, fam. I appreciate that. I told everyone Cash would screw up this offseason. I don't know how he does, but if he does screw it up, holy hell. You guys know I was always for trading Gleyber Torres. I think it makes more sense for the Yankees. I don't know if the Athletics would be interested in him, but I think it'd be a hell of a put in a deal like that for Minaya and Olsen, and then whatever other plays you add in that. But think it makes sense for both teams to do something like that. I think it makes sense for both teams to do that. With all the Yankees analytics, why aren't more prospects being developed? Huge weakness. I'll tell you what, Alexander, I've talked to Eli Whitman about this, and Eli's very, very good when it comes to the New York Yankees. He does all of his stuff. He's terrific. Probably one of the best follows you can have for the Yankees minor leagues. But I reached out to a few people regarding this, and I said quite simply, there was times all year when the Yankees could have called up some of their prospects. There was times at the end of the year where I thought Oswald Peraza should have been called up instead of playing guys like Andrew Velasquez. And I know it was getting towards the end of the year when DJ LeMay went on the DL, but I'm sitting there saying, but you got to put your best guys in your best positions. Oswald Peraza was tearing up AAA. And they called him up quickly on the taxi squad. So I'm sitting there looking around like, get this dude up, let him play. And that's something the Yankees have not shown that they want to do. They have not shown that they are very willing to call up legitimate prospects that are doing well. Not your fringe guys, but prospects. You know what I mean? But prospects. They haven't done that, and they should do that. But I've had many mixed opinions on that. I've had people say that they're a little bit overly obsessive with getting these guys at each level for a certain amount of time. They're overly obsessive with that. You got a lot of these guys that are getting called up from AA because you know what? AA is tougher. People don't recognize that. AA has more talent. More of the talent is in the AA level than AAA. AAA has a lot of your fringe guys that are still holding on. Has a lot of your organizational guys. Has a lot of your guys that are getting called up and down. A lot of your 4A type players. Maybe some guys that are over the hill. You have a lot of that in AAA. In AA, it's really more of the prospect level. You got a lot of legitimate guys in AA. You know what I mean? Tyler, you got to ask Bad Dog that. I don't know the details on it. All I know is me and my good friend Bad Dog are hanging out tomorrow. That's all I know. And that makes me happy. And that's all I know. Yankees have to get Story or Correa. You can't rely on prospects. I agree. I said it the whole time. Even when my guys told me, Pete, the Yankees aren't going to make a significant move, I said the same thing. I understand that. I personally think they get one of those guys. But we'll see. Anyway, guys, it is 2 o'clock. I am going to get ready to wrap this up. I think I'm going to go ahead and get a nice long bike ride in. Obviously on the Peloton. I think I'll do that for a good 45 minutes or so. And then I got some rehabilitation to do, so I'll work on that. And then, yeah, Bad Dog just said tomorrow we'll be live. So, guys, I will also be live tomorrow with Bad Dog on his channel. I will likely be live again later tonight as the Yankees make their decisions on the non-tenders or to tender contracts to folks. And we will go from there. So, I got some stuff to do. Going to go take care of all that. And then I plan on being back. So with that being said, I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you to everybody who subscribed. We got a lot of them. Thank you to everybody who contributed and even everybody that was just in here. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys next time. Remember, go follow that IG account right down there in the chat box. NYY News Pete. If you are an IG person, you'll see clips from the show and everything like that in here. Again, IG NYY News Pete. With that being said, I am again Pete Simonetti. NYY News. Talk to you guys soon. Thank you.